Okay, what's it like to raise a baby cockatiel? First of all, that there is the beginning of that crown, the famous crown for the cockatoo family. So cute. Now, ever so quickly, hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond, and in this baby blissful video, we've got one of Luna Love's babies, and we are going to check this baby out a little bit. Baby cockatiels are not sexually dimorphic. In other words, when this little tyke is a little older, we'll be able to look under the tail at the stripes or lack of spots and stripes and determine whether it's male or female. Right now, there's no tail. So right now, this little thing says, you can feed me if you want, but that's all he or she says. By the way, I'm Kaylin, the author of the Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy on Amazon.com today. Now, this is really interesting because this little baby, we think, my daughter thinks, because she's the parrot whisperer, she thinks that this little baby is going to be a Lutino. Although, what about the gray hair on the wings? Oh, you don't know? Well, because you see right there on the second half of the wing, I'm going to show you the other side when I can. It's white, white. So maybe we're wrong. Maybe it won't be a Lutino, but you'll notice that this side is also like that. And it's white. Wow, I mean almost clear. Lutinos are yellow. And so, yeah, it's hard to say. Sometimes just the, oh, look at this little thing cuddling. Sometimes the shafts are just dark, although these shafts are pretty yellow. Now, what's it like to raise a baby cockatiel? I think that it's easier. Where are you going, sweetie? This yellow cloth is kind of like your poop diaper. Please don't get off the yellow cloth, please, because then I'll have to wash things. I've been told by my mentor and my vet that hand feeding baby cockatiels is the hardest of all the parrots. And I was like, really? Why? And the reason for it is because they are prone, they easily get sick. So don't get sick, little thing, right? Don't get sick. I think that they're a little easier than parrotlets because their crops are bigger. And so I don't have to feed them every 2 to 3 hours. The parrotlets are a lot of work that way. Now, here's an interesting observation of mine. Do you see all this fuzz? Fuzz. The fuzzier the baby, the more they are designed that way so that when mom and dad are gone, they will keep warm. And usually they keep warm by cuddling into one another. But that fuzz is a warm factor, huh, sweetie? As a matter of fact, that fuzz in some birds is called down. And then, of course, I think it's like goose, specifically goose down, that they make ski jackets out of that are lightweight and so warm. So this down, it'll get replaced with pin feathers, which are very similar. I don't know that this is called down, and I don't believe these are technically pin feathers. I feel like this is just what's there when they're itty bitty tykes, and then, like I said, then it gets replaced. And so taking care of baby cockatiels has been very sweet. Oh, look at that. So sweet. They are like the cutest babies. Of course, they look like kind of like little dinosaurs. What are you nibbling on, huh? I can't tell if he's nibbling on the blanket or on nothing. Oh, just so blissful, huh? So super adorable. They have been relatively easy for me to feed, but I have a lot of feeding experience because I've been hand feeding. To my shock, the parents, Luna Love and Astro, they had 6 babies. I had thought that they had 5, and we had put a conure baby in with them because what did I say? Oh, yeah, sorry, an egg. Because the green cheek conure mother had abandoned her nest. I don't know why. So we put an egg in, and I thought it hatched, but lo and behold, they have 6 cockatiel babies and no green cheeks. So I was wrong. And instead, we have 6 sweet, blissful little things. Now, cockatiels would be one of the ideal starting parrots, and I would say that they're a great starter if you haven't had a parrot before, because these are like the sweetest birds. I believe that they do bite, but do they bite? Hardly. You know, I mean, they're just sweet. They're not terribly loud, and generally speaking, there are some exceptions, but generally speaking, these are birds that really bond with people. You could see this little tyke is really liking being loved on. Look at that. How sweet is that? Really liking just being cuddled with. And I feel like they're like that their whole lives. They are not terribly good to have with other parrots because other parrots tend to be hookbills that are a little meaner, and you know, they're not going to be as nice necessarily. If they're raised together from when they're young, sometimes a relationship can form and a bond. And so at that point, sometimes they can get along. But generally speaking, we have one pair of cockatiels, and they just have their own space. We don't really let them be around with the other birds because, you know, the other birds can just do a number on them. Now, Luna loves smart enough. She can be out and be with the other birds, and I don't worry that she's going to get hurt. But they're both fully flighted, so they can just both go and do whatever they need to do. But lately, they have been busy being first-time parents. And hopefully last time, because the cockatiels are fantastic, but I kind of feel like people should just adore cockatiels more than they do. And I don't want to have to either rehome babies or end up keeping babies. So I think it's going to be a first and last time. Now, if you have a new parrot and you're having any problems with your new parrot, having separation or anxiety or anything like that, be sure to get your bottle of TINK'S CBD Parrot Relief on parrotbliss.com. I hope you've enjoyed this blissful, sweet little thing, and I will catch you next time.